All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So I'm going to try to cover 4 stocks on this one, all right? We're going to look at Nikola, Lucid, and Rivian. The first 3 are obviously EV stocks. And then I do want to cover Dish for all the people that are asking, all right? So EV stocks are looking really, really good, man. There's been so much pain on these, and I'm glad to see things are finally recovering. I mean, Nikola's, it's like, they all kind of look like this, and I'll show you what this actually means. But, whoops, what did I click? The LCID. Chubby fingers, I apologize. Kind of flat going that way. Rivian, kind of flat going this way. NASDAQ, all right, when I look at the NASDAQ composite, NASDAQ's been flying since the 30th. And to see the EVs not doing it again, you see the flat. This one actually dropped a little bit more than the other ones too, right? But yeah, it's been lagging the NASDAQ lift, and I'm so glad to see it's finally doing what it does, all right? And then Dish Network, I'm going to repeat this joke when I cover it, but there's an Eric B and Rakim song that goes, "Me and Eric B eating fish, our favorite dish," and I swear I can't stop saying that every time I look at Dish Network, all right? So I apologize for the bad rapping and joke, of course. So before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. Excuse me. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad if you disagree. I'm telling you, anything you can do helps me so much with these YouTube algorithms. But for real, just being here, I'm so grateful for you, all right? And then check out the YouTube comments. I've got links to both the Discord groups. It's the free chart readers one, and then the MEM one. Only 20 bucks. You get a number of analysts on that one, all right? So let's get into it. Okay, and I'm going to repeat it one more time, all right? When the NASDAQ goes up, so should tech stocks. So should all of them. And even when they don't even deserve to be, all right? When the NASDAQ composite, which represents the best of the best tech stocks, when this goes, it's supposed to help all of them go up too, all right? And to see Nikola from that same 30th position actually do nothing more than horizontal, let alone go down before these nice last couple days, like that sucks. There's actually nothing else I can say, right? And look, a lot of it is what you hear me say in a bunch of videos, all right? If you can get over all 5, break all 5, and you fly, all right? Lose all 5 and you die. And clearly, we've been under them all, and yeah, we went from $1.40 all the way down to under 70 cents under all 5 lines. Like, that's a 50% drop. Like, when I say bad things happen and lose all 5 and die, a 50% loss. Again, you can see it. We were still in the cluster of all 5. Lo and behold, we're just losing, right? Like, that's what under all 5 and die means, right? So right now, look, there's a lot to like, okay? I'm going to start down here. I'm loving this volume. 3 days of just monster increased, 200 plus million shares is there are stocks that will never hit this in a full week, let alone in a single day, all right? So, I mean, this thing's a monster, all right? I actually like this 3 a little more than this 3 too, because, I mean, it just seems a little more like gradual growth versus just little bit. And I know that this is a lot higher in volume, but yeah, like something like I like good gradual growth, and then hey, hopefully one big one coming up, right? Like, this still kind of makes me believe we can keep this gradual for a bit, and then yeah, hopefully we rip it. And I think the rip it point would be if we break the 50. Now look, I stress if, because look, we have not even closed over the line since right here, all right, since August, okay? We literally, you can see it, we open near it, but we close down here, right? We wick it, but we close down here, right? And again, we never even touch it from there. So this red line is no joke. This 50 moving average sitting at 104. You can see it in the box over there. Look, I'm not here pretending to know the math, right? But look, Friday seems like it's going to come there. Maybe even Monday comes there. I think a lot's going to ride at this roughly $1. I've got a 98 cents. I think a lot's going to happen pretty much right here, if I had to guess. But get me over the 50. I think it'll be a real fast shot up to 133, 130, give or take, all right? Will we break these two lines? I don't know, okay? A lot of that will matter on NASDAQ. Can NASDAQ just keep ripping and ripping and ripping and ripping, right? Like, if it can, hey, why not? Like, Dow Jones is near the like all-time highs line. Like, this one's not that far from it. Let's see if it copies it, right? If NASDAQ does that, believe me when I say, sorry, I couldn't remember, Nikola. Believe me when I say that will be enough to get it. Otherwise, hey man, if we go from 90 cents all the way up to $1.30, that's a beautiful move. That's a beautiful, beautiful move. You're basically adding, roughly speaking, 50% right there, right? You're adding roughly 40 cents, roughly 45 cents is 50. Like, that's monstrous, right? So I do got to stress, look, we're actually not over the 20 just yet. And the 20, we got over it here. We got over it here. You know, we kind of struggled with it a little bit. I actually am a little bit expecting to break it. I don't want to get too overly cocky or optimistic, right? Like, we need to confirm. This is no guarantee and this is no joke, but I think I'm liking the NASDAQ. I like what I'm seeing here, and it should go. But again, if it doesn't, I can see us coming down to 87, maybe 86 cents tomorrow, okay? But yeah, I would really like us to actually tomorrow, dude, 96 cents. 96 cents is the goal to close at tomorrow. Otherwise, I think it might be 86 cents. I think there's about a 10-cent window in that up and down range. I think I like that, actually. Let me take a look at the weekly. Look at that. 98-cent line is also pretty much lining up exactly with the 8. You can see in the box over there, the 8's actually 0.97. So yeah, I think that's going to be the line. I think that the weekly echoes that thought from the daily. So hey, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Let me know if you disagree. You know I'm not here to hate on your thoughts, right? Otherwise, I would like to go to Lucid next. So let's take a look at Lucid, all right? Oh man. Look at this. I'm going to zoom out, obviously, but I think a lot of the story is literally seen right here, all right? So, and what is the story? It's that 50 moving average line I was just talking about when we were looking at Nikola. Sorry, wow, I couldn't think of it. We get over it, couldn't confirm. We get over it. That's what confirmation looks like. And really, more than anything, look at this, okay? Yesterday breaks 3 moving averages. Whenever you break multiple moving averages, I generally say I need real big and real good confirmation. Man, that's what that looks like right here. I love this, all right? I like the healthy RSI. It's telling me that I think it wants more. I'm just zooming out to make sure. Damn, it's been a minute since we've had a high okay, we had a high RSI back here, right? This thing was as high as 86. After that, wow, we barely ever get into even the 77 range. Interesting. That's, look, 66 is still really low, even if we're going to call 77 the window. That's something I would be a little cautious. That's weird. I didn't expect to see that, actually. But again, you know, I put a little more emphasis up here, right? This is just an indicator is all it is, right? To me, the colorful lines are where the magic happens, all right? And yeah, we did that. We do this. I mean, at this point, the question is going to be, can we break the 100 and make our way on? If we break this blue line, I think we're coming right here. I do. There's not a lot happening right here. There's basically only one real candle, and you can see that's essentially what did it for us today. You know what I mean? So we actually even, did we wick to the penny? Look at that. The high of the day was 531. That's the third line. If you look a little lower at the blue line, that's 5. We wicked the blue line today. I'll take that. And it wasn't that long ago. We were actually closing over it and making some tests on it. I think this is saying I want to come to 580. It does to me, right? Otherwise, I think 490, 485 maybe at the lowest. But yeah, I think more things are kind of saying I want to get over this 100. I can actually see us even just coming to this, maybe just doing like, and I don't want to say just doing, because it would be a very nice move, believe me. I don't want to undersell it, right? But maybe we only see 535. And then, hey, we set ourselves up for next week. All right, look, I generally assume Friday's going to be a loser day. I'm actually more optimistic about Friday than I generally ever am. I think, again, more than anything, it's just the indexes, right? So, hey, I haven't heard a lot about Saudi money rumors. Let me know if there's anything I'm missing. Obviously, you know, I am not here pretending Saudi money doesn't make the world go round, right? Like the checks that they can write literally blew up the PGA tour, and like I hear they're about to start their own like NBA thing and start their own soccer thing. I think Neymar like lives down there, whoever it is, right? Like, dude, Saudi money makes the world go round, okay? And if they write any sort of check here, oh my goodness, that's gonna break these little colorful lines. You know what I mean? So I haven't seen anything. I'm pretty sure all of this is very much NASDAQ related. Sorry to go on that rant. Look, the 20 moving average has really been a difficulty since about January of last year. Okay, we get over it once on the weekly, but definitely can't confirm. Over it, can't confirm. Over it, can't confirm. Over it, can't confirm. We're not over it yet. All right, let's see if tomorrow can sneak us over it. Man, we don't even need that 535 I was saying. This thing would actually be a little bit okay with like 530 too. So Lucid, I think a lot of it's going on the 20 moving average. I think a good amount of it is this. I still think we're going to slip over this. I do. Could call me a little optimistic. We got to confirm though. Okay, we do. Because I know this, I mean, damn. This, I guess, confirmed this, and there's nothing else yet to confirm. So yeah, I think I just talked myself into saying this is going to do like 530, 540, and then should confirm to 580 on Monday. I think that's where it ends. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. As always, Rivian. Damn. Okay, I got nothing else to say except that this is a monster. The first thing I really like is yesterday. I love it when the high of the day is essentially the close of the day. You can see in the box over there, the high of the day was 1969. We closed at 1968, literally just a penny under. Like, that's a beautiful, monstrous, strong candle. You know what I mean? We get over the 200. We can't confirm, man. We bounce on it. And that gap up on the 100 and just keeps, like, this is nice. Excuse me, this is nice. Again, what I can't keep stressing, all right? Ooh, excuse me, 2 hiccups. NASDAQ has been going up from the 30th since through today, right? Like, the fact that we're still... Am I on Rivian? No. Oh my gosh, hold on. I am on Rivian. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Ribbon. The fact that, like, it's just happening now in some ways, you know... This did go horizontal, but this one is actually going up a little more than the other ones as I'm kind of looking at it, right? But yeah, definitely lagged almost a month before it actually went up, right? So I'm not sure if there was any news here. I'll be real honest with you. I am kind of assuming that this was a very much technical NASDAQ strength move. That's a much better MACD. That's a relatively high RSI, but I can already see we've been in the high 80s not that long ago, and it knows how to like stay horizontal, right? So we are over all 5, man. Break all 5 and fly. We need to confirm because we just got over it, right? Where are we compared to that? Ooh, that's essentially what stopped us. I love it. My line's up here. I'm not going to draw it, but yeah, I went half to that guy right there, and boom, look at that thing, right? So, look, I can see us coming down to here tomorrow, maybe even a little lower, maybe that. So I can see us coming to 2150 tomorrow. Otherwise, yeah, I'm looking for 23 flat, 23.10. I think that'd be delicious, actually. I don't know why I used the word delicious there. I think I'm a little disappointed in myself. Nonetheless, all right, this is a good-looking thing. I like my stuff here, even with that relatively high RSI. Volume's cracking right there. Really good stuff to see. I like this. I went a lot longer than I expected. This is way too close to 230. Dish. Okay. One more time. There is an Eric B and Rakim song. I'm pretty sure it's paid in full. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, man, fish is their favorite dish. And right now, dish is my favorite dish. All right. So far, so good. And this is what I needed to see. I needed to see us break the 50 and confirm. All right. Say it with me one more time. Break the 50. No confirmation. break the 50 and confirm. I know I messed up to say it with me right there because you were expecting something else, but that's what this looks like to me. All right, this is a hard resistance. All right, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of essentially horizontal trading, right? Like that's a line right there. You know what I mean? As I zoom out, if I'm not mistaken, that's right. That same line is actually, look at this. I'm going to, because again, give me a second. That line right there is essentially the peak of the IPO before it kind of stabilized. And then once that line broke here, it did that. Now listen to me. I am not here saying once it breaks that, it's going to do that again, okay? Because there's still a lot that needs to happen, right? But if we can break this, and I'm on the weekly, let me come back to the daily. If we can break this is an important resistance. This makes me believe that we're going to come up to 550 from there, all right? Again, the 100's been a hard line, but it's at least been kind of tested a little bit right here, right? So, you know, we'll talk about breaking 550 after, but yeah, we're, I mean, almost talking about throwing in another dollar on a stock that only has 4 of them, right? So there are still some more, there's still some more to come. That little gap between the two of these might be where the 100 kind of starts to hit. So like maybe 530 will be a little bit tough, but yeah, I mean, it seems like we're going to go through that line. We now have a MACD that's in the positive. We are relative. I'm going to talk about this RSI in a second, okay? The other thing, man, we've got decent volume, and obviously we've got a little bit of an uptick. We haven't broken the volume line, and that's still actually very disappointing, okay? Maybe the break and the confirmation will do it. That's actually something I think I said on my last video too, but you can see it. This what, like the average of the last 50 days is nothing more than the top of the bell curve. It gets a C in the class if we're doing A, B, C, D, F, right? Like this is not a B plus that you're trying, like breaking the average or being around the average is not going to get a bumper sticker thing that your parents are going to put on their car, right? Like you're not on the honor roll here, right? Like we can't even do that, right? Like I need some of these candles. I need to go the other way. I want it to go up, right? Like I want it to go here to 15, then I want it to go here to 24, then I want it to go here to 40, right? Like I want to see that like boom, 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 and like healthy boom, boom, boom. I don't want no like crazy rocket to 60. No, give me that nice gradual volume, right? And again, I think getting over the 50 is going to be that first hump because yeah, the 50's been a no joke line, and then again you can see the 100's been a no joke line, and then for real breaking the 200 would start to get next level. But believe me, all right, believe me, for now just focus on 550, all right, because 550 from 480 is a good percentage. If this breaks, then we'll start looking here. Do not think above $7 yet. There's a lot that needs to happen in breaking this. This is the last line for a reason. And again, we haven't even remotely touched it since October of 21. All right, so just perspective is all I'm saying. I want this thing to do well. The weekly is kind of saying, hey, we might be setting up, right? If we can break that 20 on the weekly, what number is that? 540, right? So I think 540 lines up with this, right? We just had 550, yeah. We're getting there, all right? This is doing, you know, I'm not here to talk about squeeze. I'm not here to talk about short sell, attack this and that. Like, this is doing some good technical stuff. RSI is the last thing I wanted to talk about. Damn, I got 2 minutes left, okay? The RSI, let me just draw a line real quick. It hasn't really gone much higher than the low 80s. You can actually, that's a really good line right there, right? So it did right here just a little bit, but like actually not even really. It was 84. I mean, 84 is not bad. That's a decent mid, right? So I don't know if you know, this might slow it down. And again, to me, that's actually not going to be a bad thing. And I'll be honest, if we can actually get to that tomorrow and close, that's too aggressive. No way that's going to happen tomorrow. I think the goal is just let's get over the 486 line and then go from there. Obviously, anything more it would be much better, right? But yeah, let's actually break this resistance. We did not do it today. We got confirmation. That's a good thing, right? But yeah, let's break this line. Let's keep trucking along. Let's let the markets do their thing. Hey, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Otherwise, as always, thank you.